Hey everybody, I'm just Q, and I'm back with some more Eternal Evolution. Now today we have a new hero spotlight, Nordthion, the Sky Lord. So let's go ahead and jump into his skills because I'm very interested to see how is he going to be viable moving forward. I mean, as a triple S hero, come on, gotta be useful somewhere. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one. So for a passive, we have Ingenious Spark. Again, the naming of these skills already good. When the battle starts, allied energy and hunter heroes gain thunder. Every time a skill hits an enemy, there is a base chance of 30% affected by his accuracy to strike them with a lightning bolt, inflicting 58% of Nordthion's attack as damage. Now that's already very good because we're going off of not just him, by himself, but again, other energy heroes and then other hunter heroes. So that's really, really good. So already we're talking about kind of ganging up on the enemy already with these other, with these lightning strikes, being able to just, hit someone. Now, if we go ahead and read for this talent effect down here, the chance of the energy heroes triggering thunder has been doubled. Now, I would want to be very specific on that and also ask a follow-up question, maybe to someone who has already pulled him and you're looking at this video. But for the talent effect, it does say the chance of energy heroes triggering thunder has been doubled. So that doesn't go for the hunter heroes. I know that should seem obvious, but sometimes, let's just say if someone's, doing something, I mean, it's same as me, I work my job. You could make a mistake and not put the other, class in there. But is it just for the one class being doubled? That's the only thing I would be having to research later. But so far, very, very good. Like this is a good passive. I mean, just extra damage off the bat. Astral Power coming in at number 2. The user swings their energy sword, inflicting 240% of attack as damage to enemies within a radius in front of them. So, I mean, basic attack, cool, radius in front of them. Don't know if that's going to be kind of like a, like a regular sword swipe, kind of cone-ish. But hey, regular base attack. Damage inflicted by this skill for the talent effect is converted to true damage. So that is also very good. True damage, anytime you can get true damage in, that's very, very good. I'm assuming what true damage would be is something that just goes straight through defenses. You can't, nothing's ignored. So that is very, very good for just, just a simple base attack, 240% of attack. Not bad. I mean, we're already looking at him, based off his passive, based off this one, percent of attack. I mean, he's an energy hero. 9 times out of 10, you should be building most energy heroes, attack percentage. So, going in at number 3, Lightning Shield. Active effect summons a lightning barrier that reduces received damage by 56% for 3 seconds. Passive effect. After entering the battlefield, Nordthion permanently gains max HP equal to 1800% of attack. That is, oh my goodness, that's a lot of HP because you're going to be building him attack. So this is going to be one energy hero that's not going to be, hopefully, able to be bursted down too quickly. I mean, it kind of differs. Again, I talked about this in one video. The meta kind of is starting to shift here as they continue to come up with other heroes, and I have no problem with it. So that's very good. Talent effect for this one. While Lightning Barrier is active, every half second inflicts damage equal to 80% of Nordthion's attack to surrounding enemies and gains immunity to CC. Oh my goodness. The reason why this is good, because obviously this guy, for already, if you already heard a little bit about him being multi-targeting enemies, and then also being able to deal with summons himself, then this becomes a problem for the I don't want to say a problem for, because I don't want someone thinking I'm trying to over exaggerate it, but it does become an issue if, say, you have a Daniel going against him and they're the last 2 heroes on the field and he has this talent effect. Well, that stun kind of goes out the window, so he has immunity to CC at that point. And I can tell you for a fact, and many other people can tell you for a fact, going through Twilight Lands and you go through one of those bosses that has immunity to CC and your Daniel pops his ult and it's just nothing. Like nothing happens because that CC no matter how long it is, it's supposed to give you breathing room. That won't give him, with him having immunity to CC, Daniel will not have any breathing room in PvP. I can guarantee you that. He's just still going to be pouring on the damage. So that's one issue that I can already see here. So, I mean, positive for him, negative for Daniel. But coming in at number 4, his ult, Sanctify. And very good name. Okay, let's see. Gather energy, then charge for a short distance, picking up all enemies within a 5-meter range and displacing them, then inflicting 1000% attack as damage. This is interesting. I mean, he's an up close energy person. It's kind of what do I want to say? It's kind of like with if you were to have a hunter, but for some reason they used a sword and shit. It's just something that you wouldn't see coming. But he's gathering all of these people up, picking them up. Then he, of course, displaces them, inflicting 1000% of attack as damage. That is a lot of damage. And of course, it's not going to do anything but go up from there. Talent effect. Skill damage to summons and the range of fight and flight are both increased. Ooh. That is very good. So again, he's going to be able to deal with summons. That's a good thing. I mean, he's going to have a lot of health because of, let's see, can we find the right one? Because of this skill, Lightning Shield. So that's a passive effect based off of Lightning Shield, 1800% of attack. Oh man, that's after entering the battlefield. So as soon as he enters the battlefield, even though you're not building him HP, and as soon as he has this skill right here, I mean, say your HP is what it is right now. I mean, me just looking at him, from this view, his HP is not that. Once you pick this skill up, or this once you have this skill. So I was about to say talent effect, but once you pick up this skill in general, that's it. That's it. Like he's gonna have more HP, period, from what you're seeing on your screen. So you definitely can't forget that. I mean, it's not something as simple as 100%. Like it's that 1800% of attack. To his. You got to go do some calculating, but that's so far very good, and it still holds true what I was thinking. So what was I thinking? Already thinking. Going back to his passive, I was already thinking he's multi-targeted. Already off bat with being an energy character, he's going to be very good for your guild hunt in terms of the spider boss. Once they Scythe Spider, he's going to be very, very good. He's going to be a massive tool for that one because he's going to be targeting multiple different points for that spider, multiple different little mini spiders, including the boss itself. Hopefully, don't know how many points he's going to hit exactly, but at the same time, if you're already taking other energy heroes in there, which you should be, or maybe even a hunter just because you don't have a choice, I mean, you'll still be kind of being able to use this ingenious spark for the hunters. But if you're taking other allied energy characters in there, I mean, the chance of energy heroes triggering at that point doubles. I mean, you're going from 30 to 60. So not only do you have them using their skills, popping off their ultimates, then you have these little, just little thunder strikes going off there, here and there, and everybody's ulting. I mean, that's still, and that's, I don't even know if that counts as his damage, does that count as their damage, but all I know is just it's more damage. So, and that's good. So everybody wants to be able to take down their bosses. So, I mean, that's just his base attack here. But if we're talking about this barrier right here, he's reducing the amount of damage he's taking. So not only is he putting out his damage, he's almost like a warrior in a sense, because he's putting out top tier damage, it seems, once you build him with the right gear, with the right team. And then you also have him displacing people. Now, I don't know how the animation, I'm curious as to how the animation is going to look once you go in and you fight, your guild boss, because obviously you can't just be picking up spiders and throwing them all over the place. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I mean, I am curious. But he's displacing people. So this is a very good disruption move, especially for PvP. Especially for PvP. So I don't know how this is going to go, but definitely for people running summoners teams, I don't know what the devs are trying to do in the behind the scenes, but they are throwing a little bit of a monkey wrench in there, because depending on where you put this guy, especially when it comes to, like, we just had a summon arena, if someone places him with a good energy team and they're going against your OP Daniel team. I mean, we all know them, running your Daniel and running your Sinway. Maybe you want to run your Hootie and I say Hootie. Oh my God, Skewer and Haiti. You want to run your summoners on one team, but I don't know. That's a lot of damage. Especially if they're doing something weird, like starting out with more energy than you by putting on energy gear. It's a bit of a gamble, but if he gets his ult off, he can pretty much kind of displace a lot of people and get you off to a very bad start. So I don't know. So far, so good to me. I think he's going to be viable, especially in the game. I mean, he's going to be viable for you personally in PvE, but for PvP, there's vast amounts of possibilities depending on who you have on the team, what kind of gear you have on him, and I do know there's more gear to actually do more damage to summons. So I have to back out here, and usually I never really back out of my main screen when I'm looking, but we're gonna pop over here to the triangle for a second, and I'm gonna try to see something, because increased damage to summons by 4. Oh my goodness. And then attack was 15%. That's gonna be that's his gear. That's his gear for PvP. And then I don't really know, because I've never really read the description for the Scythe Spider, whether or not they count as summons, but if they do in the description, I would put that gear on him for Guild Hunt too. I mean, there's no real point in really having it on him maybe for PvE. It kind of depends. There's a depends type of situation. Maybe he needs to have just some type of other gear for PvE. But I mean, everyone has their own Twilight Lands gear. You have your own regular gear. So I mean, it would stand to be that you could put multiple different sets aside. But I mean, I don't know. For right now, like I said, this guy, and of course the animation, is really, really good. Love it. This guy has so many different ways he seems like he could hurt. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. For me personally, I'm at a loss, because I don't know as to whether or not I should be summoning for him. Mainly because I really want to wait for double chips. And again, I've mentioned that before, is mainly because if I do a summoning session for, say, it's not the recruitment event. If you do the recruitment event, it's not bad at all. And I believe I might have a recruitment event maybe up on this account. But at the same time, if I do the recruitment event, I mean, I go to 700 to get my Bailey, or I mean, possibly go to like 1100 and get a Gene Hybrid or whatever the case may be, or 900, because I think I have the new one on here if it's on this account. And I guess I could show you guys that one. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that animation again? But let's see, do I have it? Yeah, I have a recruitment event. So essentially, I think I have the newer one, because it goes up to level 1100, and you have a Leo here. So didn't mean to pop into that. But so I mean, I could go to maybe 900 and see what could happen. But I wouldn't really want to go past here. I mean, unless what we were looking at in Discord and had a lot of chats going around, where you have the 1500 for the red prototype. I personally wouldn't want to go past that, but I don't want to linger on that conversation. I know that's a conversation for another time, but that's what's kind of making me think, like, do I really want to summon for him? Because I could save, and I mean, I don't know, hopefully get a copy of him later and then build him up the right way. But I'm not gonna lie, it is halting my progress having to be so patient. So I might have to start employing different strategies here. Any tips, anything that anyone has, or what is your opinion on what I should do? But as far as this guys go for Nordthion, he is a very key player for the future. I think if you really want to summon for him, if you're having fun with the game, you're not being as, I guess what the word would be is kind of thinking through your summons as hard as I am. so much of a stickler for those double chips, then I say summon for him. I mean, I don't see any really bad return on it, especially if you have other energy characters and energy crew to to put with him. I say you should be fine. He's gonna be very good in Twilight too. So I mean, I don't really have a viable, or I would say a hardcore team for Twilight myself for when it comes to energy, but he's definitely gonna be useful for Twilight. He's definitely gonna be useful for Twilight, for PvP, for Guild Hunt. So right now I don't see any really big fault as long as you build him right. Again, right teammates. Everything seems pretty good. So thank everybody for coming by and seeing the Nordthion New Hero Spotlight. And of course, when you're here, I want you to stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.